The assassination of Daphne Caruana Galizia was an act of terror that rocked my country. And as I have insisted before, I will insist again today. Justice must be done and seen to be done. Since day one, the Maltese authorities sought the assistance of international specialists, including the FBI and Europol, and tangible results were achieved. Action has to be taken against whoever is responsible, whoever those persons may be. And Malta is currently experiencing unprecedented circumstances that shook the whole society, and we want these realities to be addressed in a constructive manner. Several recommendations have been made. Some of the judicial changes proposed have already been carried out. Others, including recommendations by the Venice Commission and country-specific recommendations, are in the process of being carried out, and they will continue to be carried out. As the Maltese SD delegation, we are committed to ensure that the reforms our country has started to implement will continue at a speedier pace, so that there are no doubts cast on the impartiality of our institutions. We want to make sure that checks and balances will be ingrained at all levels. We are confident that the process under the oversight of the President of Malta to propose constitutional reforms will yield results. In the meantime, all alleged cases of corruption must be thoroughly investigated. No one is above the law, and the fact that time barring on cases of political corruption was removed should ensure a judicial process in all cases, whenever they happened. Currently, there are 5 ongoing magisterial inquiries on cases of alleged corruption. And yes, we want these inquiries to be concluded as soon as possible for the benefit of all. Malta is currently going through a period of political transition until a new Prime Minister is appointed. And it would be counterproductive if this Parliament rushes into prejudgments that can also prejudice the ongoing investigations. I'm here to speak up for a country that showed that it listens, a country that is open to the recommendations made, a country that implements, and yes, to respond to those who find it convenient to harm Malta and its people at this hour. And one final comment to the European Commission. Madam Jourova, you referred to this, but I urge you to propose as quickly as possible a rule of law mechanism made up of independent experts that monitors all the Member States in an objective and fair manner. It is what we really need, because conclusions that are not objective do not help anyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Miriam, Dalli, you've got a blue card from Mr. Xavier Zarzalejos. I would like to know if you're wanting to answer that.
Who, please?
Mr. Xavier Zarzalejos.
Sure.
Yes?
Chair, I'm afraid that the situation is not as described by my colleague of S&D, because reports continue coming that supporters of the Socialist Party in Malta are intimidating and deriding civil society activists and family members of Daphne Caruana Galizia. As one socialist minister has actually said that activists are acting in a provoking manner. Is this an acceptable statement to you from a minister within your political family?
Answer that for 30 seconds.
Sure. I have always been in favour of protests that are peaceful and non-violent. I think this is something that this House agrees to, and a lot of protests have been going on, and I do not find myself comfortable condemning any protests that are peaceful whatsoever. There were also sit-ins in the office of the Prime Minister. I think that goes to show that protests are being carried out, and that they are being carried out with all due respect to the process.
Muito obrigado.
Thanks very much.